ClassicGameRoom.com.
Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've covered lots of driving games, but this is the first jet ski racing game I've ever played, Wave Race 64. You know, the fact is, a jet ski racing game on the N64 should have been a disaster.
Checkpoint clear.
I mean, just think of it in retrospect, a mid-90s game with the complications of waves? There's no way it could possibly play well, except it actually does. Wave Race 64 is impressive. When I say it backwards. I mean, for starters, we've got old school polygon hotties riding jet skis. Points in the awesome department right there. But the actual racing is good too, so it's just a good game. How did Nintendo do it? And why are they making irrelevant crap now like screens and controllers when what we really need is more Wave Race games? Or more Star Fox. Do a barrel roll on a jet ski.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
We've even got seductive announcer voices. This is Nintendo game design at its finest, because it's a relatively simple game. It's just a straightforward racing game, but with the added style and functionality of waves, which affect how your jet ski bobbles around in the water, to make it stand out.
Okay.
It's a game I've heard about for years but never played until our friend Mark from Bremen, Germany, Mark spelled with a C by the way, sent a copy of the game to the show, the PAL version, no less, and Mark, I spell my name with a Z, a silent Z. Wave Race 64 has a championship mode and two-player split-screen multiplayer. Here I am racing against Brandon. Actually, I'm crushing him, which is surprising considering he grew up with an N64 and cuddles with a Jar Jar plush toy. The more gates that you hit in succession, the faster your speed, and it even plays well with the horrible N64 controller. You can even go into the game options and adjust the wave strength to make them bigger, which is obviously what you want to do because waves are in the game. Take advantage of them. My biggest disappointment, in addition to the music, which is really generic for Nintendo, is that the German version does not have actual German voice dialogue. Also, there's no Oktoberfest level. Now that's just downright insulting.
Good. Okay. Good.
Come on, how much better would this be in German? For a 1996 release, this is a Kick-Ass N64 game, and a reminder of how good and innovative Nintendo game design can be when they want to. Wave Race 64 is just full of energy. It's not that any one part of it really stands out as the best. It's not the best driving game, it doesn't have the best tracks, the music certainly isn't the best, but it's fun. Wave Race 64 is approachable, it's relatively easy to pick up and play, but difficult to master, especially when racing on the harder levels. It's got two-player gameplay,
Good job.
and it comes from that era when game consoles were actually different. This doesn't apply anymore. The N64 really had its own look and runs driving games very smoothly. So I think it's impressive how it plays Wave Race 64 with all of the waves and the action and motion on screen. There's not a lot of slowdown to speak of, and that makes it really playable, and the controls are good too. So while I tend to prefer the Saturn and PlayStation, I've got to give the N64 a lot of credit and the designers for making Wave Race 64. An excellent driving game that's still fun today. In fact, this can be downloaded from the Virtual Console, or you can find a used copy out there super duper cheap. My recommendation is that if you're reliving your Nintendo 64 glory days or starting a new collection, to pick up Wave Race 64, because look how happy you'll be.
Bonsai!
which, as all of you know, is German for I'm very happy now, where's the beer? There's none left. The dude in the yellow drank it all. It's Wave Race 64.
You're the champion! Congratulations!
That's right, Mark. You're the champion. In fact, everyone named Mark listening right now is a champion. The rest of you, well, maybe next time.
Oh! Nice try!